Squad podcast. I'm Brian Banner, and today we decided to do a Broback review since we're not smart enough to get the power back on in the city. You guessed it, we are reviewing Dawn of Planet of the Apes. I have my emotionally lost teenage son here with me tonight, Jeff Hornacek. Son, how you holding up knowing that we're all probably going to die from a brutal ape attack?
Bros, together, strong.
There you have it. All right, guys, as you know, we grade all of our movies on five criteria, starting with acting and cast. So, my son, will you start us off tonight?
If I'm your son and I'm an ape, as I just pretended to be, there's a backstory or like a drunken night in Vegas that I need the story for as to how I'm born. Let's dive right into the cast. That's our
anthology at the end of the movie.
This cast, okay, so my two favorite performances are actually motion capture performances. So it's kind of an interesting one to judge here. Andy Serkis as Caesar, of course, incredible. This dude has pioneered motion capture in the industry. He's a fucking legend. Toby Kebbell as Koba. Way to waste him in the Fantastic Four movie because this guy can act, people. He's incredible. Let's get to the negative. Jason Clarke as Malcolm. Hey, Jason Clarke, try to have less charisma. You can't. Kerry Russell as Ellie. I'm in love with you. You're great. And Gary Oldman as Dreyfus. I mean, put Gary Oldman in anything except Air Force One, and it's usually a recipe for success. That's my thoughts on the cast. What'd you think?
I thought Clarke did an okay job. I mean, he did okay. Not the best, but he wasn't overbearing. He was just kind of there. He could have somebody have done a better job, of course, but there could have been worse jobs. And Gary Oldman, I actually thought was weak in this. And I love Oldman. I don't know. He didn't have a whole lot to do in the movie, and he didn't do a whole lot with it. I think he was just kind of getting a paycheck. That's how I felt. I agree with you on the motion capture performances, though. They were amazing, and the relationship that Caesar and Koba had back and forth, you could tell that those were actual human emotions behind the motion capture, which was really cool that they can do that. Jeff, what did you think of the story and the plot?
So I like this story better than Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the Franco one. It's kind of weird, right? You take James Franco out of a franchise and it gets better. That's kind of an interesting theory. The thing I liked about this, Matt Reeves took us to now kind of the post-apocalyptic area, which is where I think this franchise in general, even dating back to the Charlton Heston ones, really, really works and hits its stride. It showed the good and bad side of both the apes and the humans. So you could basically see this and be like, wow, the apes are dickheads at certain times. And be like, wow, the humans are actually bigger dickheads at the same time. So it was
a big dick contest.
It was, which the apes are probably going to win. Spoiler alert. It was a nice dichotomy there. So I liked the story. It wasn't overcomplicated. I liked it better than Rise, I'll just say that. But it wasn't like the best story of all time, but the post-apocalyptic feel really worked for me. How about you?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It complemented, or no, I take that back. It gets complemented by Rise,
Agreed.
Planet of the Apes, so well. This movie would not work without the first one, in my opinion, because you have a lot of things that happen in the first one that just they take time to explain, like the virus and really you understand why Koba and Caesar's relationship is strained at times, but yet they're still bros. And I was actually kind of sad when Caesar, spoilers alert, kills Koba, because they were bros, like they were buddies, they had each other's back. But again, echo everything you said. I really enjoyed how they made the apes and the humans. They're both very similar in character. Where they're both good, but they're both bad at the same time.
Let me jump in. Double spoiler alert. If you stay past the credits, is Koba dead? And the other thing is that Rise did a really good job of is humanizing Caesar. Because you could watch this movie and be like, dude, why do you care about the humans? But if you saw Rise, you totally get it. And also, if you haven't stayed for the after credit scene of this movie, do it.
Obviously, I did not, because I missed that one.
Well, if you open your eyes, you're usually alive.
Is that your best scene then? Or do you have a better one?
It is not, but my best scene does involve Koba. It's actually when Koba confronts Caesar after he finds out that he knew about the armory that the humans had. And he basically says, what the fuck, bro? Are you human or are you ape? Are you human or are you dancer, basically, as the killers would say. And Caesar freaks out, backhands him. It gets to the point where he could kill him and doesn't. To me, that just showed you, number one, how far technology's come that I can watch that scene and not be like, all right, dude, is this like a cut scene on my Xbox? because it looked awesome. And the way that they're able to get so much emotion without actually being able to have significant dialogue in a scene, I just think shows you how awesome movie making has gotten and how good these two actors are, where they're basically sitting there with dots painted on their face and a GoPro strapped in front of them, and they can somehow make my favorite scene in the movie. What was your favorite scene?
I am going to echo what you said. That was a great scene. Mine as well has to do with Koba and Caesar. But mine is when they first discover the humans, and Koba basically walks up to Caesar and is like, look, we got to go and fuck these people up. Because if we don't fuck them up, they're going to fuck us up first.
Food
and
chain.
Caesar's like, no, we're not going to do that, but we are going to show them that we are powerful. And fucking marches his entire little monkey clan into San Francisco at the gates and says, hey, we don't want to fight, but we're going to win if we do, so you guys probably should just leave us alone. Gives them their bag back, and then turns around and walks away. Fantastic scene. Again, how you can get these people. I mean, at the end of the day, they're monkeys. They're apes. They're not people, but yet you feel for them, and they bring so much emotion into the story by having scenes like that.
Your scene, too, I thought the score was at maybe its strongest point in the whole movie, too, which I know
this movie has a very underrated score, in my opinion. It is fantastic.
Too true, bro.
Impact on pop culture. Where are you at with this one, Horns?
You know, not much, man. I mean, this made the franchise darker, which I think is going to lead us into War of the Planet of the Apes. But like at the end of the day, like this is a solid franchise. It makes a lot of money, but these movies don't move the needle too much for people in a given summer. And to be honest, I think most people you talk to would get the title of this and Rise of the Planet of the Apes confused. So while it's a good film and has some good performances, I don't think it did much in terms of pop culture. What do you think?
I agree. I think that it took the franchise to the next step, setting up for a fantastic third installment that's going to be super dark. And again, it doesn't move the needle a whole lot. To be honest with you, I actually forgot until I realized they were making a third one that these other two even happened.
Yeah.
And to me, the titles are backwards. I feel like Dawn comes first,
Absolutely.
Then they rise, then there's a war. And I feel like they got the titles of these two confused. Like there's a typo, and they're like, fuck it, it's cool, let's go.
Yeah, as Bill O'Reilly would say, we'll do it live. That's what they say at the studio.
So going along that doesn't really move the needle for you. Rewatchability, where are you at?
I'll give you one guess what channel I think this typically plays on cable.
It's actually, as we speak, on FX right now.
Is it really?
I swear to God.
We are so fucking smart. Yes, this is the epitome of an FX movie. When FX execs see this movie in theaters, they're like, my God, we need this, and we need it now. We need it Thursday from 7 to 11 every second Thursday of the month. Look, if this is on TV, I'll probably watch till the next commercial because it is entertaining, but it's going to be hard for me to, like, typically get my girlfriend to sit through this or get my friends to sit through it. It's like the concept of Apes, you either want to be totally ridiculous or have a lot of crazy action set pieces. This is really neither. It has good action, but it's not like in your face and crazy action scenes. It's a solid movie, but I don't own the Blu-ray, and if it's on cable, I'll watch for maybe like 15 minutes. How about you?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'll watch it till the next commercial. Maybe if I have to take a shit at the commercial, I come back and I'll watch to the next one. So that's like 2 commercial breaks.
Okay.
But that's probably as far as I'm going to go with it. I don't think I own it. If I do, then I don't know how I got it because I've never actually popped it in. But again, it's a solid movie. It just doesn't have big rewatchability. I'm not going to pop it in once a month or even once a year probably. They're honestly, they're sad stories.
Yeah. They bum you out, man.
Yeah, it's real tough to watch. Horns, any last thoughts on Rise of Planet of the Apes? No, Dawn of Planet of the Apes.
See, that's the problem right there.
That's the problem.
I think that's what we should close with. They fucked up the titles, they inverted them, and now we're paying the price on our podcast. If you're listening at home, I hope this drives you as crazy as it drives us.
And let us know on our Twitter, @Bro4Squad, Bro4Squad on Facebook. You guys can leave us a comment on our YouTube channel, as well as you can check all of our content out and comment on there on our website, bro4squad.com. For Jeff Hornacek, I am Brian Banner. Catch you guys next time.
I want a cool scar on my eye like Koba. Can you cut me?
Dude, Koba's fucking badass.
Come at me with a fork or something.